BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. Look, we do not have an actual. Just want to be clear on this. I did not have an actual topic that I wanted to discuss this morning. So I'm just gonna run through a couple of things. Sorry for the late start. We got a lot of things that we getting going on over here. We're gonna talk about a little bit of BBN business also. We got a little bit of BBN business to discuss. Shout out to everybody that what the fuck is up with the damn? Hold on, we might have to restart this live. I'm having I'm having an issue with I don't know if it's the internet or the computer at this point. Let me just make sure I don't have my Wi-Fi turned on. So I don't know if it's the internet connection or my Wi-Fi at this point. So let me at least check real quick to see if the audio is working appropriately. If the audio is working appropriately, then we're just gonna go. All right. Just so we can be clear, I just want to make sure the audio is working appropriately. My apologies. We've been having these whatever issues the last couple of days, whatever the case may be. Commercial. Anyway, how's everybody doing today? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. We got a couple of things I want to talk about. Said the audio was good. All right, let's check it out. All right, check it. Just I'm whispering like this so I can see how loud it is into the. Okay, so now I have a different issue. The fuck? Hold on one second. All right, so I can't hear any audio over here, so I don't think audio is coming through. I think dude is capping. I can't hear anything. Can somebody else comment real quick? Just because I'm curious. If nobody else comment, I'm just going to restart the live. I'm assuming can nobody hear me? And this is typing like super slow. That's crazy. I'm having issues with this shit lately. Let me back out of this and see if it's just. All right, so we're gonna. My mic and my meter over here is working. What the fuck? My mic and my there we go. Over here is working. Sorry about that. All right. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. I don't know if it was just my this shit not working or if I don't know what. Something wasn't working right, but it's working right now. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing today? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. Shout out to Puff Stacks, the GOAT. Do not know you yet, my brother, but I hope everything is good. Shout out to Art of D Glass. He says, good morning, BBN family. For a salute. Hope everything's going well with you and yours. Shout out to King Will. He says, BBN, Fro, salute to you too, my brother. Hope everything is going well. What up, Jules? How are you doing today? I'm hoping everything is going well with you and yours. Jules, real quick, is this the Jules that I went to Columbus Circle with? And we was over there doing free promo for the vendors out there. Oh, what up, Sheed? Salute. It is what it is. I mean, Shad. What up, Shad? Salute. It is what it is. Appreciate you. I always said it wrong. Also, I say a lot of people names just like not for nothing. I'm not real good with names. Let me pin this real quick. Hey, we got a lot of things happening over here. I would love to start with a conversation on BBN business. So just want to let y'all know a couple of things that we got going on over here. Yeah, I don't need that no more. Just to let y'all know a couple of things that we got going on over here right in the beginning of the video. Starting next year, we got a ton of new things that's coming through. I don't really want to discuss too much right now because there's always, even in your own lives, y'all got people that whenever you're trying to advance in life, they're trying to hold you back because they don't have any faith in themselves. So instead of putting energy into themselves, they try to instead of putting energy into helping their situation, they try to put energy into trying to destroy somebody else's. That's how Satan works. So that's why I keep trying to tell you, it's not hard to tell who working for Satan. Like people be trying to act like they don't work for Satan. Like, no, if you're not working for God, you're literally working for Satan. That's one. Two, if you're out there trying to make negative things happen to other people, you're literally working for Satan. I don't see anywhere in the Bible where God was like generally out there sending like normal people to go do negative things out in the world. From what I've seen is generally go do good in the world. And it's the evil people that always think that doing good in the world is harmful to them. So they take that as a direct conflict of whatever they're trying to got going on. In any regard. So we all got to be mindful of that. So we got a couple of things going on over here. I have 2 monitors coming this weekend. I plan on putting them up. We're redesigning the whole studio, hopefully by or the whole apartment, whatever you want to put it. Hopefully by we should be done. Hopefully by the end of January. That's what I'm expecting at this point. So we got a couple of things coming that we're gonna have help for our set design. We have a couple of things coming that's gonna help with our content creation. Also, when because we will be getting a PlayStation real soon, the PS5 real soon, and we're gonna be doing a lot of gaming, especially at night. I want to be clear on something. Everybody is welcome to come game, but there will be nights that the only people that's going to be invited, and there will be certain games that we're going to be playing that the only people that's going to be invited are green team members, because we want to make sure that we don't have, we can have a good experience. And generally speaking, when people are willing to, when it has a value on it, people are willing to conduct themselves more appropriately rather than when you give something to somebody and they don't have to do anything for it. So I just want to be clear on that. So we will have gaming. We will have, and this is just expectations at this point. We will have free run nights where we want to have 2K, and we want to just get some 2K games in together with each other. We are going to have I would like to have Madden tournaments, at least a couple of Madden tournaments. I would like to have that. I would like to actually construct our Madden tournaments where we're having one every month. So every month we have a winner. I would love to be able to do that. We got to figure out a way to put that together. I've already been talking to people behind the scenes about this, just for everybody to know. That's how come I'm telling you about it now. So we would like to have Madden tournaments. We would like to have some play with Street Fighter games, games like that. I know y'all guys love those things. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, shit like that. We're gonna have we're gonna have a GTA thing going on, hopefully. So we're also gonna have GTA stuff up, and we're gonna be doing Call of Duty servers where we're just gonna have our own servers, and we're just going to be inviting people. Anybody could do this, by the way. You could always just make private matches. So basically, we're just gonna be making private matches on Call of Duty for all of Frost or the BBN people. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Obviously, you're gonna have to know. I'm going to have to invite you. So we do not have to really be concerned with people that don't want to be invited. People that we don't want there won't be able to show up. You understand? They're not going to be able to show up. Like, they're not going to be able to show up. We're just going to put it on private and make private games, have our private BBN games. So this is some of the things that we plan on doing. I've been talking to some individuals. We are almost 100% to the goal in order to be able to have it before Christmas here. There's just a question or two, and there's just a couple of questions, but it's almost because we want to go live Christmas Day, and we also want to start doing some streams. And this is a little ways off real quick. We want to do some streams that's going to be like 10-hour streams, 12-hour streams, or just sports or video games with the community. All right, with that being said, let's get back to regular BBM stuff, get to the actual content. How's everybody doing today? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. There's a lot of stuff to talk about in the news. I really didn't know what we wanted to start with today or where we should start. So could we just mention a throwaway And it's sad to say it's a throwaway because somebody lost their life in this, but this isn't a subject in which we actually covered on this particular page. But I would like to discuss this real quick. Do y'all? So there is a basketball player. His name is Chance Comanche, I believe it is, and he helped a young lady kill another young lady, delete another young lady, unalive another young lady. And the wild part about this is the young lady that wanted to unalive the other young lady did it for a dude that's locked up in jail. So there's this rapper, a rapper, by the way. Hold on, let me give you the whole story. His name is EBK something. Hold on. I just want to make sure I don't mess up any of these. Mess any of this up real quick. So she's actually the girlfriend of some rapper that's locked up and in jail right now. He's in trouble. And allegedly, this girl that she wanted gone, deleted, allegedly told people that she snitched on said rapper. So I want to talk about that real quick. Let me just get the name of the rapper real quick they're talking about. He's an NBA. Oh, no. Homeboy, the Chance Comanche played for the Stockton Kings. That's an NBA G League affiliate of the Sacramento Kings, for everybody that don't know. Rogers, who the heck is Rogers? Is that the girl? No, the girl was 19. Who the heck is Rogers? Oh, Rogers is the one that they killed. Pardon me. So the young lady that they actually deleted, she was 23 years old. Her name is I'm just gonna type it out because I don't know how to say this, but this is her first name. I don't know how to say this. Is that spelled out right? Morena? Yeah, I think I said it right there. I think her name is Morena. Anyway, you spell it like this, right? Morena, right? So her name is like Morena Rogers. And apparently what she did was she told some friends of hers and Sha'Carri Hardin, she's 19 years old. She told some friends of theirs that Sha'Carri Hardin had snitched on her boyfriend for 2 bodies. So I just want to say something real quick. That's literally quite possibly putting that first young girl that she said snitched, the snitcher, that's literally putting her life in jeopardy. I just want to add that because I think when we talk about these situations, I don't think we always talk about the ramifications of what the individual that's actually snitching is doing. So, I mean, the person that's telling on the person that snitched. So just so we could be clear, this young lady allegedly, or actually, we don't know, snitched on her boyfriend to the police. This is the young lady that got unalived. She was a street worker, a prostitute. I mean, I don't know what you call them. She was one of them. She was a lady of the night. And apparently what happened was they told her that they wanted to do a couples thing with her. And then they got her to an isolated, secluded place, and they put an HDMI cord around her throat, and they strangled her. This is the young lady, the 19-year-old that did the strangling. So first thing is first. Did she give you a reason why she wanted this girl unalived? And if she did, could we know what it is? Because I need to know why. Because if you're trying to tell me that you helped some chick unalive some other chick because your man is in jail and she said you snitched on him, that's not a reason for a man to go unalive some. First of all, there's very few reasons why we should be out here unaliving anybody. All right, and that's definitely not one of them. So this dude is King Sent. This is what I bet you he's a single mama. Hold on. I bet you he don't got no father. I bet you he ain't have no father. This is gonna sound messed up, but I bet you. Let's go. I bet you he ain't have no father. I bet you. Y'all be raising y'all sons. Y'all be raising y'all sons to be suckers. And y'all call that being a real man. Y'all be raising y'all kids to be. Y'all be raising y'all sons to just do whatever the wife tell him to do. Whatever the woman tell him to do, he don't got no choice, because that's how you being a stand-up, that's how you being a stand-up man. Whatever a woman want, you do it. How the hell you supposed to lead a person that you got to do everything they want you to do? How are you supposed to lead them? Explain that shit to me. I'm the leader, but I'm also obligated to do everything that you want me to do the way you want me to do it and when you want me to do it. But if I'm not a leader, you're going to talk shit about me and I'm not a real man. But if I don't do those things, then I'm also not a real man. So basically, at any time period, a woman could just say a nigga ain't a real man, no matter how much of a real man he is. And all other women are generally going to agree, even if she's wrong. Just something to think about. This guy's indigenous. He's a Native American. I mean, it wasn't hard to tell by his name. I'm looking for his parents. I went into an article. The article says, who are his parents? Look, the article says that shit, not just me. How's he a 5'10" center? What the hell are you talking about? Anyway. So his father, hold on, as a Chance Comanche's parents, he does have two. More is known about his mother, Melissa McGee, who played, more is known about his mother, Melissa McGee, who played college ball at Long Beach State, than his father. Her pro career was sidelined when she hurt her knee. Well, we know he had a father, he's born. Her pro career was sidelined when she hurt her knee playing for pay in Spain in 1995. In 2014, that's when it was reported. As of Comanche's father, his name is unreported in the press. Nobody knows who he is. He's a quarter Comanche and a quarter Choctaw. Chance's family surname is Camacho. Chance's dad lived in New Orleans, Louisiana. He did not grow up with a dad. Referring to his mom, McGee, Chance said, she's always been there through everything for me. He did not grow up with a dad. For me to be able to play and even more to make it far in life, I could see how proud she is of me. I play for her to give her easy. She chained her son to follow the lead of a woman, and then a woman went and followed that nigga and led that nigga straight to jail. That's what happened to him. That's it. That's it. It doesn't need to be. I mean, we could say it in different ways and in different terms, but if we're going to be honest, that's always going to be the conclusion that we come to. She raised her son to follow women instead of to be a leader of men. Dude, he wasn't even sleeping with this woman. This was just a girl he knew that he wanted to sleep with. I'm trying to find out what her boyfriend name was. This nigga is about to go to jail for how many years? For some woman that wouldn't even sleep with him. And she was easy. She an OnlyFans model, fam. I don't care what you say. I don't care if I didn't sleep with you. You are OnlyFans model. I don't care if it wasn't me. It don't matter. I hate that. I'm a whore. You ain't sleep with me though. That shit don't matter. I also did not sleep with Mia Khalifa, just so we could be clear. I also didn't sleep with Pinky. I also didn't sleep with Cherokee. Are you trying to tell me that I can't say that these women are whores? Kari Harden. Let's get this girl up here real quick. I'm trying to find who her boyfriend is. He's some rapper. Like, he really a rapper. Like, it's not even cat. I saw it written one place on one site. I only seen it written one place on one site, one time. I never seen it written before. Okay, so they fucking changed her name. Okay, Harden. Anyway, she dating somebody. I'm gonna look at this last one right here and see if it tells us what it is. Cause somebody type in the chat. I want to know if our chat is still working. But yeah, so she actually is or was the girlfriend of some dude. His name is EBK. That's all I know. It's EBK something or other. And so he's locked up in jail for 2 bodies. And allegedly she snitched. And I want to say something real quick. I believe she snitched. You want to know why? That's why she wanted that girl up out of there. She snitched. She just don't want to get deleted herself. So she tried to delete the other girl first. In any regard, my fault. YouTube just sent me a thing. I'm looking at a thing real quick. All right, sorry about that. So this Chance Comanche dude is exactly what you women want to raise. A man that just follows behind a woman blindly and gives her everything that she wants. And if you try to tell me that's not what y'all want, that's literally what y'all complain every man should be. Stop asking her questions. Body count don't matter. I'm going to tell you something that's the most, I'm going to tell you one of the, okay, so there's a million different reasons why body count matters, right? I'm going to explain something to you real quick. So you want us as men to respect your decision-making ability, right? That's important, right? You want us to respect you. So when you come to us and you say, you think something, you think we should do something, or you have a plan, I mean, on a problem, something that's a problem and an issue. I'm not just talking about you want to go out to eat. That's not nothing. I'm talking about there's something going on in our life and it needs to get solved. And if it doesn't something bad can happen. And you want us to be able to take your counsel, respect your counsel, right? That you have good judgment, right? But when we met you, right, let's say you're 25 years old and you busy, you done slept with about 40 niggas. You want us to respect your judgment. Okay, so we've all had sex. Women control sex, men control relationships. We've all had sex. So if a man is a 40-year-old virgin, that means that's bad. Right? Women control sex. You're 40 years old and you're a virgin. That means that you weren't palatable enough that women will want to deal with you and have sex with you. That means that as a man, there's something that you're missing, that you could go 40 whole years and not have sex, whether it be the desire or whether it be the aptitude to be able to get a woman to want to have sex with you. Women control sex. Men control relationships. Now, I want to use that same exact premise on a 40-year-old woman. So you're 40 years old. Men control relationships. You're not in a relationship and you're 40. So what is that saying? Now, we look at a man who's 40 years old and he's a virgin, we're going to look at him with pity, right? But if we look at a 40-year-old man and he's single, we aren't going to look at him with pity. We're just going to, that's common nowadays, right? But when we look at a 40-year-old woman, then we have to use that same premise. So you 40 and you probably fine. This is not, I'm not even talking about your looks. You probably fine. You probably been fine. Your whole life, that's probably been the problem. You've been fine your whole life. You're fine. You're attractive. But you're not married. But let's say you got 2 sons and you teach both of those sons to go after a strong, independent woman, right? You don't want a woman that is dependent on you. You don't want a woman that cook and clean. This is what y'all teaching y'all sons. You don't want a woman that cook and clean. You want a woman that go work all day. So you're teaching your sons to not want a woman that's going to be a good wife to his children. You're teaching your sons to not go after the women who are literally being raised to be wives. There's some family over there that's been teaching their daughter how to cook and clean ever since she been legit. Ever since she been little. She been running around with the mothers, with the aunts of the families, learning all of the recipes, learning all of the tricks of the trade so you don't have to work harder, smarter, and keep the house clean. Because that's really what the issue be a lot. Some people, men and women, were never taught how to be smart when it comes to house cleaning. So it's always a chore. It's always difficult. It's always arduous. Whereas some people, they were taught the shortcuts. They was taught how to get shit done quick and get that shit over with. Their house is usually cleaner. So you're teaching your sons to not go after the women who are being raised to learn how to take care of home and take care of children. So you don't want no grandkids? So being a feminist and being able to say that you are not wrong for those relationships that didn't work for you is more important than your son learning how to choose a good wife? You being able to say your father ain't shit is more important to you than teaching your son how to select a good wife? You do know people generally go after familiar energy, right? So if you're raising your son in a household that don't respect men, he's going to feel more comfortable selecting a woman who don't respect men. Because that's going to be familiar energy. So why would you want your son to select a woman that don't want to cook for him, don't want to clean for him? Also want him to go to work, and then come home, and even if she doesn't have a job, want him to share all the chores in the home while he goes to work, does all the work outside of the home to bring the money to the home, but he also has to come home and help you. What were you doing those 8 hours he was at work and those 2 hours it took him to get home and go to work? No, the hour he used in transit. So what was you doing those 10 hours out of the day that he now has to come home and do shit you could have did when you don't have a job? Your job is taking care of the home, but also his job is working hard and taking care of home. I'm just saying. I'm just on some shit this morning, fam. I'm just feeling away because they've convinced, okay, so the head of Jesus Christ is God. The head of man is Christ. The head of woman is man. The head of child is Christ, is woman. So how could our children get to God if our women refuse to submit to a man? We have to submit to Christ. Do you understand this? Men, in order to be able to have a connection to God, we have to submit to Christ. Okay, I'm gonna say this again, because I don't think people really understand how evil feminism is. So the head of Christ is God, right? So since God is the head of Christ, I mean that Christ has to submit to God. He has to submit to God's will, right? That's why it's important for God to be a fair God, to be a loving God. You understand? If you want someone or something to submit to you, you need to be fair. You need to be loving. You need to protect them, be their security. How is someone going to submit to you and you can't even be their security? That's why it doesn't make sense for a man to submit to a woman. If we go outside and all things even, we're walking down a dark alley and 3 people run up on us, the woman is supposed to run and the man is supposed to stay there and fight so she can get away. All things are not even. So if you can't guarantee my physical security, why would I want to submit to you? That's why men are never supposed to submit to women. That's one of the reasons. You submit to Christ so we can have a connection to God. Women submit to men because men is the only way they can have a connection to Christ and a connection to God. Children are supposed to submit to their mothers because that's the only way they can have a connection to man, to have a connection to Christ, and then have a connection to God. So I say all of this to say that all of this is to say this. I'm going to talk about dudes in a minute because I'm pretty sure that there's some women in here that don't think I'm being fair. I'm going to talk about dudes in a minute. But I'm saying all that to say this. When you teach your son, and this is me talking to women, to treat women like they're always right, and you treat your son to submit to women, how do you expect for him to have a happy life? He's incapable of doing the thing God wants him to do. How can he bring his kids to God if he's submitting to his wife? How can he bring your kids to God? How can a man bring his kids to God if he's submitting to his wife and not submitting to Christ? Just something to think about. This is a lot of dudes that ain't shit out here. And I'm just gonna be honest with you. A lot of the things that y'all women complain about when y'all say that niggas ain't shit, it be the shit that women teach them to do. It don't be the shit that men teach them to do. All right? This is the point I'm trying to make. And if I'm wrong, guys, any guys in here in the chat, the things y'all complain about men the most, that y'all dislike about us the most, is the shit that dudes usually get from their mothers. The things that y'all love the most about us generally be the shit that we get from our fathers. So just to be mindful, I want to go in on, I can't say the sentence I was about to say, but we're going to talk about dudes in a minute too. But I just thought that was mindful because, so I seen a thing this morning, and so it's a whole porn star, and listen to what she said. She was basically saying that now that she has a child, she's going to leave the porn industry. And she said everything the opposite of feminism. Like, she was just saying the opposite of feminism. All of it. She's a porn star. I forgot her name. Some white chick. And she was just saying the opposite of feminism. The complete opposite. And then she said that she thinks like that now because she loves her son. And she would hate for her son to have to deal with women like the women that are supposed to be independent women out here. Give you a good example real quick. So every single thing out here, with the exception of man, gets rewarded for nothing some of the time, just for existing. But when you're a man, you gotta jump over fucking hoops. You gotta run through hoops, jump over barrels. You gotta do all types of insanity just in order to be appreciated. So a woman could go out on a date. I heard somebody say this. A woman could go out on a date with 5 dudes in that week, right? And a man could go out on a date with 5 chicks in that week, right? So when a man go out on a date, he's expected to pay. So he just bought 10 meals. Well, that woman, she just ate for free 5 times. Now, they all make the same. They all work at the same company, make the same check. Women are going to say there's a pay cap issue. And I say, well, when a man takes you out, who pays? I agree with you. There is a pay gap issue. Men should be getting paid more. We're expected to do more in a relationship. A man is expected to pay for everything, right? I'm just asking. Isn't a man expected? If we go out on a date, a man is supposed to pay for everything, right? See, that's the difference between me and a lot of people. I don't date those women. Ever. Like, that's not even a consideration. I'd much rather stay single so you can make jokes. I'm going to tell you something. So, I talk about Kendra a lot over here, right? I've dated quite a few different women, right? I'm not real big on dating a lot of women, but I'll date a woman for 5 or 6 years at a time. I think my longest relationship was something like 7, 8 years. It didn't work out, but that had a lot to do with we dated through like teenage years and then whatever. Anyway, that's not important. So this is me and Kendra's first date. I just want to say something real quick so you can understand, like, when you bring something to the table as a man and it's tangible, women know it. Now, you cannot be popular, but a woman know. They can see you and they'll know if there's money in you. Like, one of the things Kendra used to always say to me was, she used to say, what's that phrase she used to always use? Something about I'm money. Like, she see it in me. Like, she see the money in me. Like, she used to always be like, you're going to make a lot of money. And I was working for my father at this time and shit like that. So he's a weirdo. Like, I don't want to get into it. So first date we go. First thing I want to say is I had no idea how Kendra looked. Like, I knew how her face looked, but I had no idea how her body looked. When I met her, she was in her work uniform and it was, not meant to be flashy. She was at work because she works. She's a real worker. She's not going to work to try to, make guys turn around. She's going to work to get paid. So she just had a regular uniform on. It was pretty baggy. You really couldn't tell. So I pull up to, and this is 2016, 17. What year did Thor: The Dark World come out? Because that's the movie we went to go see. Thor: The Dark World. What the fuck? It said go to Dark World, and then link clips came up. Thor: The Dark World. All right, so this was 2013. So in 2013, she looked like these Instagram models that you see out here, and not the ones that get the BBL. She looked like the ones that get the tummy tucks. She did not have a tummy tuck. I just want to throw that out there. So she came to this fucking date, just so we could be clear. And she looked like we should have been going to like something way more important than a fucking movie theater. I'm just going to be honest with you. I showed up looking like I was just going to pick up the kids from school. But it was my good clothes because I never was really into myself and shit like that. So like I had a lot of fly shit on. I had a lot of fly shit, but to me that was nice. I looked like what I was a working man. I worked every day. So majority of my clothes was like working clothes. So, to me, I thought I was looking pretty spiffy. But in reality, now me even looking back at some of the photos that we had, I was just outside, man. In any regard, we go to the movie theater. I forgot to buy the ticket early. So we go to the movie theater and I bought a ticket at the moment, but we got to wait like an hour and a half to the next movie because got to wait for the next viewing. Movie tickets is what, $40-something. This woman said, all right, since we got to stand around and wait an hour and a half, she took me to dinner, fam. So we end up going to, what's that cheesecake place that this dude sent everybody to? Puffy sent everybody to. Anyway, they got one on 42nd Street. So we go there. And I think this is where I won her over. She was able to see me in public with complete strangers. And when I tell you I had the whole fucking restaurant rocking, we had the whole restaurant rocking, fam. I was basically doing my Jack Frost BBN thing, basically, because it was Jack Frost did he exist? He existed already. But this was, I didn't have this. I was never on YouTube yet doing this. I didn't even have a YouTube to do this on yet. So I was just in the damn restaurant, just doing what we do over here. And when I tell you, I had like all of the tables around us, fam. All of the fucking tables around us was in our business, laughing, joking. People over there was laughing at my jokes. I had the fucking waiter coming over. Like, it was lit, fam. And this is the first time she ever went out with me. First time she ever went anywhere with me. We stepped into a fucking restaurant, my nigga, and I was the man. But the thing that I remember, more importantly than anything else, was she so openly was like, all right, fuck it, we inconvenience. I'll spend a couple of, because she spent like $100 and something on our food and drinks. I spent $40 something on fucking tickets. And I had not hit. All right? I just want to be clear on this. I had not hit yet. All of this was from personality. Shout out to Kendra. She a good woman. I hope she out there being happy. That's a fact. Shout out to Kendra. Hope she out there being happy. She's good people. I might call her, see how she doing. No, I'm not even gonna do that because I used to date her. I know. I don't think that type of shit is appropriate. But I hope she's doing well. I'm gonna send her the happy holidays thing for Hanukkah. That's what I'll do. I care about her. She good people. The Hollywood strikes might have made Myla Bialik lose her job because now they know that she's not essential on Jeopardy because she took time off and the numbers probably didn't move. See what happens? If y'all want to talk about anything specific, put it in the chat. But getting back to homeboy. But I just wanted to talk about that today because I think that a big problem that we have is that a lot of dudes is women. That's why you see a lot of niggas. Women create stalkers, fam. Dudes don't create stalkers. Women create stalkers. Women's 90% of their when a woman is, first of all, you know, when a woman is dating you, 9 times out of 10 she's stalking you, right? She's following everything you're doing. She's making sure that you're not cheating. She's all in your business. Women create stalkers, fam. Most of these dudes out here that stalkers came from single moms, fam. I promise you. Women create stalkers. I promise you. Why we keep hearing about all of these serial killers was raised by women? I'm just saying. I'm not even trying to be a dick. And notice, I'm not speaking about what race of women neither. I'm just saying women in general. Why we keep hearing about all of these serial killers was raised by women? Tell me where I'm wrong at. We got to get the men back in the household, fam. We got to get the men back in the household, and we got to get the men back in the household being men, not the men get the men back in the household being a second woman. But in order to do that, we got to get rid of the Democrats because the Democrats is always going to keep us hungry for money. And as long as we're hungry for money and people are starving and people are in a bad situation, people are never going to be able to see the best in other people. You understand? It's just not going to happen. As long as they can make it so that us as men are, you know, okay, so I don't think that there's anything wrong with the woman making more than a man in the workplace. I don't. But in our society, it kind of tells you to look down on the man if his woman makes more money than him. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just a different type of secure. You understand what I'm saying? Like the majority of the adult women I've dated made more money than me. I'm just gonna keep it honest with you. Fam, the majority, I had this one chick. I'm gonna tell you a quick story. So I was dating this one woman and I was living with her. I moved to a whole nother state. So when I moved to the state, I didn't have a job, obviously. I moved out there. So I lived out there for a couple of months and then I was able to get a job. I got a job. I started working. You know, she went and got me fired because she wanted, you know, she thought I was banging my boss. I was not banging my boss. But you know, she went and got me fired, fam. Wanted me to be home. I'm just gonna throw that out there. So she's a good woman, though. I like her. She's a good woman. It didn't end bad. Well, shout out to Latoya Hicks. It didn't end bad. She was a good woman. She's good people. Is that the real Latoya Hicks? Got a question. Which PlayStation games should we get?
You got your 2 bigs low, that 5 out. It's easy to guard that. MJ, you catch on the wing, wouldn't dribble, and then once he took his dribble and he double teamed him, it's easy to find an open man when you're attacking at the elbow or you're on the wing position. And that's why you kept finding Steve Kerr, and you got your 2 bigs low, that 5 out. It's easy to guard that. But when you got like a real live person at the basket, the closer you catch to the basket, you're going to get any shot you want, or if they double or triple team you, swing.
And that's why I kill niggas.
What's 4th Street, man? I'm here in New York. I'm giving out buckets. What do you think? Hey, I'm giving out buckets. We ain't got buckets. You want to play? Come on. Let's play right now. Pull up. What college you went to? UMass? Yeah. Shout out John Calipari. And that was the Messiah time. Got him.
They sent me down there. I was down there and they tried to get me to play against dude. But I didn't play. Because I didn't want to play half court. She said, yes, the one and only. I'm just asking because, no, you used to be green team. And I know anybody that used to be green team, they make clone accounts of them. You understand? What we talking about? Put it in the chat. I want to know what you guys want to talk about. Put it in the chat. That dude's a whole simp, though. We got to do better, fam. We got to do better. We got to do better. Yo, how is, and this is some bullshit, how is Jeezy's ex-wife, they got the divorce or they going through the divorce? I'm not 100% sure. But how did Jeezy's ex or soon-to-be ex-wife now trying to keep his daughter away from him, and she says she's scared because of the guns? So he's a whole rapper, and let's say he's 100% not in the streets anymore. He should still have guns on him. He don't want to get robbed. He's a rapper that raps about having money and goes around with fly jewelry and cars. Probably lives in a big home. So you don't want him to be able to protect himself? Or are you trying to snitch on him and say that he's doing illegal things with the weapons? In any regard, another situation, basically about what I'm saying. Look, if we raise our daughters that they don't need a man, how are they going to be able to be raised to be a wife for a man? If we raise our sons that bitches ain't shit, how are they going to learn to look for a wife? I want to say something real quick. Men don't usually tell their sons that bitches ain't shit. That's a thing that mothers tell their daughters. I want to be clear on this. That's a thing mothers tell their daughters. We don't tell our sons bitches ain't shit. Like, even if that's something that spoke about tongue in cheek, and we're not talking about all chicks, we're generally talking about that one specific. But generally speaking, that's not something men do. Men don't do that. Women do that. I'm kind of upset that this dude threw his whole entire life away for some chick that he never even slept with. That wasn't his girlfriend. There was no prospects of being his girlfriend or nothing. And the reason why I'm upset he threw his wife away, Chance Comanche, the basketball player, G League, the reason why I'm upset he threw his life away, just so we can be clear, is because that's what I'm seeing in our streets. I'm seeing a lot of kids in our streets growing up having no actual male figures. None in their life. And they coming outside, and now there's 20 niggas with female energy, 20 niggas over there with feminine energy. There's 1 or 2 niggas that got real man energy. Now the dudes with real man energy is made to feel like they inadequate. This is what's happening in the street, fam. When y'all find out how many of these young boys is having sex with each other, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to explain something to y'all. Another reason why I don't talk to no kids around here. The shit I'm about to say is wild, fam. I'm going to say this shit. I should have told y'all about this shit before. I'm going to say this shit now. So these dudes ran out over here and lied to people and told people I was gay. So there's people that believe them that I'm gay. They believe them, but I'm not. Do you know how many little kids came up to me? And when I say little kids, I mean, I consider 16-year-olds little kids. Do you know how many 16-year-old little gay boys, how many gay boys? I need for y'all to understand what's happening. Do you know how many gay boys? I got this one street over here that I got to come down. I think this is a man, though. I got this one street over here that I got to come down when I come in through this gate over here. And, you know, for like every time I came down that block, for like almost a whole week, this one same black dude would be coming around the corner like he trying to get to know me. No, nigga, I'm not talking to nobody at all ever. How about that? How about that? It's a trap. In any regard, you know what that showed me? And I'm talking about this shit happened out here in Coney Island. You want to know what that showed me? That showed me 2 things. The first thing it showed me is a lot of these little boys out here is banging these other little kids out here. That's what that showed me. That's what that showed me. These niggas lied on me about being gay, and the first thing that happened is a whole bunch of little boys is gonna come try to try me? What the fuck are you doing? There was some grown-ass, widow-ass men trying me too. Oh, I was in the... some of them had some of them had wives. So they believed I was gay. There's nothing I can do about that shit. I'm not. But I had dudes try me. I was in the store and I had to call some dude out in the store because the nigga tried me in the store. I guess they was trying to do, him and his wife wanted to like do a couple, like do a thing. I don't know. But they was in the store and this nigga was straight, some white dude. And this dude was straight, obviously trying to hit on me with his wife standing right there. I called him out dead in the store and made a big deal about it. We not doing this. I'm not gay. If some gay dude try to hit on me in public, everybody gonna know about it. We talking about that shit as loud as it could be talked about, fam. I don't care who think I'm crazy. We not doing that. We not doing that. We not doing that. I promise you. And I don't give a fuck what you talking about neither. Part of my language. You shouldn't be out, first of all, you shouldn't be out here trying to get straight men trying to make straight men feel uncomfortable. That's what you was trying to do. Shouldn't be doing that. Second of all, you shouldn't be out here trying to have sex with men in general, in my opinion. Now, I'm going to allow for you to have your opinion because what the fuck? I can't tell you what to think. I'm also not going to stop you from doing your opinion because that's between you and God. But in my opinion, that's wrong. So when you come try to get me to do something that I believe is against God, you're trying to send me to hell, fam. You want me to go to hell. That's how I look at the shit. And this goes beyond just that type of shit. Like whenever you try to get me to do anything that I believe go against God, and especially if you might not know. So I might be like, well, I can't do that. And I explain why I can't do that. If you just cool with it, me and you still good. We can shake on it. We still good. But if I explain to you why I can't do it, and I explain it has something to do with my faith, and now you're still trying to convince me to go against my faith, that means I'm hanging out with the wrong people. I'm hanging out with the wrong people, fam. I just told you that I believe doing that is going to send me to hell, and you still trying to convince me to do the thing. You know, we're not supposed to do sins with the understanding, oh man, I'll just ask for forgiveness later. You do know when you ask for forgiveness from the Lord, it has to be something that's in your heart. How can it be in your heart that you're sincerely are apologetic about a thing if you literally were thinking about how you were going to fake apologize before you did it? That's why it's not that I don't accept apologies, but that's why when people give me apology, it don't got the same weight when somebody give you an apology. Because I'm under the pretense that the person did the fucked up thing on purpose because they thought I'm just going to apologize later. Nah, fam. So I'm supposed to forgive you, then you're going to go do some other weirdo shit, then you're going to apologize, and I'm going to forgive you again, and you're going to do some more weirdo shit. Then I'm going to be like, I don't want to forgive you, and you're going to be like, but you got to forgive everybody. Not a problem. I forgave you the first time, but what I'm also going to do is never give you the opportunity to do the thing that I had to forgive you for again. I'm going to do that. But I am going to forgive you. But I'm going to make sure that it is impossible for whatever that thing is that you did for you to be able to do it to me again. Impossible. That might mean I might never have to, I might never talk to you again. That might be the only way. But I am going to do the thing that's going to make it So that thing that I don't want you to do, that you don't think is a big deal, I am going to do the thing that's going to make it harder or impossible for you to do to me again. But you are forgiven. So we can be clear. I don't want you to think you're not forgiven. Like, yo, you didn't forgive me. No, I forgave you. You're all the way forgiven. Nobody could be more forgiven. All the way forgiven. All the way. People don't want to be forgiven. People just want people just don't want to lose access to whatever their bad behavior took away from them. That's it. People don't really want to be forgiven. They just don't want to lose access. Their bad behavior took something away from them. They don't want to lose that. They don't really want to be forgiven. They don't care about being forgiven. Most people. They just want to be able to not have to be held accountable. That's it. It's like especially boys learn by observation. Right? Kids learn by observation, period. But especially boys, right? Because we have to learn different things. A lot of the observational things that we have to learn is like how to do things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to learn how to build shit. Like, we got to learn how to, like, there's a lot of things that generally men have to learn how to do, right? Like, there's like a lot of skills that I have that don't got shit to do with living in the city. Like, not for nothing. But that's because I lived in the country for a while. So, you know, I acquired other skills. Like, if this zombie apocalypse come, fam, I might be a person that motherfuckers want to search out for survival. Like, that type of time. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'll be fine, fam. I'll be able to make a fire, fam. You know how many people are going to die because they can't make a fire? You do know that, right? Like, let's say zombie apocalypse come. We don't have no more electricity. All of that shit. Go. How many people are going to die because they can't make a fire? You know how important making a fire is, fam? I don't think people really think about like how hard it is to have lived. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of this shit is easy now. Y'all got all of these modern everyday conveniences. So I think people don't really understand. People had to cut down trees at one point, fam. Like that, like you really had to have a person in the area that chopped down trees and shit. Like there had to be a logging people, right? The railroads, when the railroads was built, who you think built the railroads? I'm just curious. You think it was men or women? The loggers, who you think that was, men or women? The masons, who you think that was, men or women? And women are going to say, well, yeah, but we can do all of that. Now, we're not talking about who could do what now that modern conveniences made it easier for these things to be done. No, the modern conveniences make it easier to be a lumberjack now rather than 100 years ago. Modern conveniences make it easier to build buildings now rather than 100 years ago. Modern conveniences is making it so that women can have some of these jobs that 200 years ago, it would have been damn near impossible for them to do at a high level. This is just facts, man. They did this thing on one of these shows. Like they took a whole bunch of men and they put them on one island, and they took a whole bunch of women and they put them on another island. And they were supposed to like do survivalist shit. You know, after like one day, the women was like about to die, fam. Like after one day, they was like, we don't know what to do. It's not no good over here. Like how, we don't know what to do. The men were over here having a whole society. The men done figured out who was going to be the cooks, who was going to be the chefs, who was going to fish, who was going to build the houses, who was going to make the men done figure all of this shit out. The women couldn't come to a consensus or nothing. And they also couldn't do anything physically that needed to be done in order to be able to create their situation, make their situation more sustainable. So we're having this conversation this morning because I'm so pissed off. I'm pissed off at that guy's mother, Chance Comanche. I'm pissed off at his mother. Comanche, whatever the fuck his name is. I'm pissed off at his mom's, man. I'm pissed off at his mom's. It is what it is. So that's why we're having this conversation this morning. That woman taught that man to go basically follow women and not to be his own man. And because of that, look at his situation. She taught her own son to be a follower, fam. Let that marinate in your head for a woman. She taught us, y'all are teaching y'all sons to be a follower to women. Y'all teaching y'all sons to be a follower to women, fam. I'm just saying. I don't think men should follow women, but I also think that men have to know how to be a leader. And I think that there are a lot of men out here that are not leaders. And I think there are a lot of men out here that are incapable of leading. Here's an easy way to tell whether a man is incapable of being a leader. Does he spend more time thinking about other men, other women, like other men other than himself, other women other than you? Or do he spend time thinking about his purpose? Like, what is he doing in his life? Does he have a purpose, or is he just moving around doing nothing? What is he doing in life? Because y'all love wifing up a nigga that don't got no purpose. Nigga ain't got no purpose. Don't got no purpose. How can he have God in him if he don't got no purpose? God didn't even, he doesn't even have a connection close enough to God for him to know what his purpose is. Just think about that for a minute. You're going to go have a child with a nigga that don't even got a purpose. You're going to go have a child with a nigga that spent all day thinking about another nigga. Think about that for 1 minute. Y'all out here being wives to niggas that sit on the internet all day talking and thinking about a nigga that he don't even know. Why? Because the nigga got a little bit of bread in his pocket? Yeah. Because when Satan wants to trick you, what he does is he glitter in gold, right? Somebody wrote boo-hoo, no one cares. You do know I'm not talking about myself, right? And just so we could be clear. And I care about men and I care about women. I care about all human beings. It's crazy that some people just don't care about other human beings. But those are the people that hate me, generally speaking. So I guess I'm not really concerned. What up, Nick the Slick? Yo, Nick the Slick, we can use some support today. You can pull up to the Cash App. Yeah, I'm putting pressure on you today, you rat bastard. Who else wants some pressure put on them to pull up to the Cash App? Drop some comments. I got some stuff to say to you. Might be jokes. What up, Nick the Slick? We was just about to do something. I picked up my phone to do something and I forgot what it was. Also, this is like the third time. I saw it. Oh, I can't show you. It's like porn. But it had the dude. It had the line of the 3 dudes that had the 4 dudes that don't have no clothes on, and the girl with her butt up in the air, and then one dude already getting busy, and then they got the last guy on the line in a suit with flowers. This is what's happening to niggas. This is what's happening to niggas. I'm just telling you what it is, man. Niggas is out here living their best beta male life. I'd rather be alone all day, every day, fam. I'd rather live every single moment alone, fam. I promise you. Because I'm going to get to God quicker that way. I'm going to get to God quicker being alone, being miserable, and being bored than I am hanging out with some of y'all motherfuckers. Part of my language. I'm going to get to God quicker that way. I'm going to be able to do the things God wants me to do. Much easier when I have less people around me than when I have more people around me. Because people, you gotta also you gotta placate. You gotta do shit suitable for people too much. People is weird, man. It's weird. It's weird. You know how I keep telling you that's that one old dude that's always in the supermarket every time I go? So he was in there yesterday when I went, and he was standing right where, let me tell you this real quick. So I should have pulled out my phone and filmed it. So he was, okay, so I go into the supermarket. So there's an area where you go get the cooked food from, right? Right? And their food is pretty good. I like it. They had pepper steak yesterday. I love that shit. So I come in, and from now on, I come in and I look around. So I come in and I look around. You know, the same old dude that I keep telling y'all about, that I've been telling y'all about all of this time. You know, he was standing next to the place that I've been going to get my food from. So I stand there and I don't go nowhere. Just stand next to the door and I just stand there. I'm not doing anything. I'm just standing there. Right? So he's just standing there. He's looking over at me. He's looking over at me. He's looking over at me. So then after like about 15 minutes of him standing there, he's just standing there for like 15 minutes, man. He's just standing there for like 10, 15 minutes. He didn't order nothing. He hasn't picked anything up. He's just standing there in the place where I'm about to go for me to order. So I just stand there and I wait. I'm going to let him get his shit and leave, right? But I don't think he's getting anything. It turns out he didn't even order anything. He just was standing there the whole entire time. Then he turns around, he gets some rolls out of the roll thing, and then he walks out. The nigga was literally just standing there waiting for me to walk. They're just trying so hard to make some kind of negative situation with me. You understand what I'm saying? Let me tell you. Let me tell you what happened before when I was leaving. Look, it's crazy. I'm not even talking about the people that run this store, just so we can be clear. I'm talking about the people in the neighborhood. I'm talking about the people in the neighborhood. All right. So I'm not talking about the people that run the store. I'm not talking about them, just so we can be clear. I'm talking about there's people who do not work at the Key Food. There's people that just live in the area, I'm guessing, right? So I'm standing there, I wait for the dude to leave, right? It's nothing. I can stand and wait. It's not that big of a deal. So, because what they're trying to explain to you, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get somebody to get into a fight or an argument with me. They already went around and told everybody I'm crazy. So everybody just treat me like they treat me terrible. The best advice I give, don't move to Coney Island. If you're not from here, don't move here. Don't visit like that. Like, it's that bad how bad I get treated in any regard. So those aren't the people that work in the store. I want to be clear about this. Those are just some people that the guy in the chat that you just heard said that he sends to harass me, right? I kicked him so y'all couldn't really see. I think Latoya Hicks seen it. Did you see when the dude said that? That he said that, he basically sends people to harass me. This is my life. I got his mother live over there. So I think every time I leave out my house, his mother call him and tell him. Somebody is calling him and telling him every single time I leave out my house. You understand what I'm saying? So every time I leave out of my house, they're sending people to harass me everywhere I go. It's crazy. So after the dude leave from the place, because from now on, whenever I go in there, I'm going to go at the front door. I'm going to stay there for 10, 15 minutes. I'm going to wait for people to move. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't got no choice. When I go outside, I don't want nobody walking near me. If I see somebody on this side of the street, I might cross. I don't got no choice. This is the world I live in now. So when I'm about to leave the supermarket, I'm online. So when I'm online, I step back because something happened with the dude that's standing in front of me. I don't know what the fuck that was about, but it looked like there could have possibly have been a situation where they could have tried to talk to me and create a problem. So I stepped back. When I step back, some other nigga some old black dude, come and step in front of me and cut the line. Now, I need for you to understand, there's a whole line over there that got one person on it. This line that I'm standing on got like 2 or 3 people in front of me. The nigga came and stood in front of me and cut me off in line, even though there was another line over there that had one person on it and was moving fast. And the only reason why I didn't go to that line is because I don't like that cashier. Maybe he's in the same boat. I don't know, but it didn't seem that way. I don't know though. So, I had to wait in the store even longer because of that one guy. Because he was trying to create a situation with me where they could now say I'm arguing. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I don't talk to nobody. If you come up to me in public and try to talk to me, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to talk to you. Because these people are out here trying to make it seem like I'm arguing with people when I'm not. You understand? Never move to Coney Island. Never. Never move to Coney Island. Never. I'm going to be saying that until I die, most likely. Never move to Coney Island, fam. Never. I got a grown-ass man following me around trying to make people think that me and him got some kind of connection when we don't. So I got a grown-ass man trying to get clout off of me every day. He called himself a little kid. The nigga like almost 30. The nigga about this tall though. With a Hitler mustache. Like almost a Hitler mustache, I guess. He got like a porn star mustache. Nigga a pervert. He be fucking little kids though. I told them around here, but they fuck it. I don't care. It's not my daughter. My daughter will whoop his ass though. My daughter got hands. My daughter will whoop his ass. I don't know. I wouldn't never want my daughter to fight a man. Yeah, I would never want my daughter to fight a man. So stay in your place. Yeah, I'm just going to unfollow this guy. This nigga just tried to make a post saying that Kobe and LeBron was better than fucking Jordan. I just unfollow him. That's not something I want to see in my chat, in my stream. Yeah, I got a whole dude. He just follows me around. Just follows me around. Shit's crazy. I'm trying to just follows me around. Don't worry, because everything I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. But what's gonna happen is this: I'm gonna consistently make it known why I'm not dealing with nobody in Coney Island. I'm gonna consistently make it known. So as we start going up, and I start talking to more big people in the industry, and they start coming around me, and we're gonna be talking, because I know mad niggas in the industry now, as y'all can obviously see if you be here. I'm just gonna keep letting people know Coney Island is the worst place to go, the worst place to be. It's dirty. There's dope fiends everywhere. I can't even go outside. I'm gonna tell people my experience. I can't even go outside without having drug fiends and shit follow me around everywhere I go. You're gonna get stalked. If you have any money, don't come here. And tell people what it is. I'm gonna tell everybody what it is, man. I live somewhere, and every single person I know, I'm gonna let them know when you come out here, the kids are gonna try to accuse you of trying to touch them. I'm telling, and the problem is, I'm really an honest guy. I'm really a good guy. So when I tell these people, and when I say these things, it's people that know I'm an honest guy, people that know I'm a good guy, people that know. You understand? People in the industry that's known me for years on years. There's people in the industry that knew me since I've been a teenager. I keep trying to tell you, some of y'all favorite rappers know me or know who I am. And this is before YouTube. I'm telling you, you come out here, Don't talk. The kids is out here doing this. The people out here doing that. I've already been putting people on the game, fam. Don't worry about it. I'm going to be honest, and I'm not going to lie about nothing. I've done a lot of good shit in the world. A lot of good shit. Y'all just don't know me. That's it. Y'all allow for some other dude to tell you who I was. That's all. You allow for some dude to lie to you about who I was. That's all that happened. Nothing else happened. Some dude told y'all that y'all had to hate me and y'all agreed. Nothing else happened. That's it. That's all that happened. I didn't do anything at all except for react to the bad behavior that y'all was giving to me. That's all I did. Y'all did things that was just fucked up. And then I responded back in a way that people would generally respond back to something fucked up happening to them. Watch when y'all find out who some of the investors are. When y'all find out who some of the angel investors are over here, y'all gonna be sick. I'm talking about the people in Coney Island. You're gonna be sick. You find out who some of the angel investors is, y'all gonna want to kill that nigga. Y'all gonna want to kill that nigga. When y'all find out what could have been happening, y'all gonna want to kill that nigga. I promise you. Y'all gonna want to kill that nigga. I promise you. Y'all find out the people right now that's behind some of the things that's going on. Y'all find out who some of these people. Y'all gonna want to kill that nigga. I promise you. 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 When you find out how many, and when you find out more than once, we could have had literally Coney Island shows out here, like doing shit where people was more than happy to invest a couple of hundred and even a couple of $1,000s into something to get going. Y'all gonna be sick. When y'all find out why the stuff wasn't happening, y'all gonna be sick. And I'm literally just talking about the regular person. I'm not even talking about the niggas that rap. I'm not even talking about the people that do content. I'm not even talking about the people that want to get famous. I'm talking about the regular niggas. Y'all don't want to kill this nigga. I have a video up. This is the best way for me to explain to you what kind of person I am. I have a video up. I'm going to tell you the video. Go check the video out. I have a video. Go check the video out. I'm talking to an ex-girlfriend. An ex-girlfriend. You can go for yourself and see what my ex-girlfriend says about me. $34 minutes. You could turn it on, get in the shower, or turn on some food. You can go see what my ex-girlfriend, a person who actually knows me, slept with me, was in a relationship with me, and we're not even seeing each other no more, owes me nothing. You can see what she has to say about me. Go pull up to that video. Y'all gonna want to kill that nigga. I promise you. Watch when y'all find out what the basketball stuff we could have did. Y'all gonna want to kill that nigga. The parents is gonna be dumb mad when they find out the reach that we actually have on the basketball side with like the underground community shit that could have been done. The parents out here is gonna really be mad, but we're not doing it now. We transposing that shit over to adult shit. We're not doing that with the kids. It's a waste of time. We're not trying to do that anymore. Parents are gonna be mad. That's why I'm just being patient. Don't worry. This whole next year, everything is gonna, because that's how God works, right? So this whole next year, everything is gonna be exposed. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Obviously, you could tell I'm just BSing this morning. Anything y'all want to talk about? Any actual topic? If not, I'm just gonna get up out of here. I'm not really doing nothing this morning. There's nothing to really do. I guess I'll go get me lunch or something. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'll go do something else. I don't know. Maybe I'll go get lunch. I don't know. Anything y'all guys want to talk about? Put it in the chat. If not, I'm probably gonna let y'all go. Yeah, it's like 10:30. Like, it's a good day for me. It's a good day. It's actually a great day. Not for nothing. What is it? 32 degrees outside. I did not plan on going outside anytime extended periods of time anyway, so it don't matter. I don't know. Any news on Charleston White? I don't have any current news on Charleston White, but apparently he maced a cat or something like that. Say maced somebody's animal, and that's what the charge is for. Apparently he maced somebody's cat. Was there a situation before where somebody's cat was about to attack his dog? I mean, I don't know. Anyway, so he maced somebody's cat. And then there's the two, the weapons thing. Nothing really. He's out. Like I told you before, I think a lot of times that these dudes, when they get arrested on these weapons charges, I think a lot of times they got to get their brief, fam. I don't think it always be beef. I think they be having to get the brief. Yeah, so I think that's all that be. I think they just be needing to get the brief, fam. That's it. Needing them to come in. You know what I'm saying? Sign some paperwork, say a thing. That's all that be. Charleston White is fine. Also, I think they pick them up sometimes when there's been like death threats made against them or something. Like when there's a tangible threat made against you, the police pick you up. So I think that's why sometimes these dudes be getting picked up. Sometimes they say what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because when, like, okay, so there was a rapper, I forgot what it was. I think it's happened like 2 years ago or some shit. So the police picked him up, and they actually came out and said that they picked him up because they heard threats, pardon me, against his life, and they actually picked him up for his own safety. And I want to point that out because they normally don't do that, but that's why they do be picking people up. Like, remember when Tekashi used to be coming to New York and he used to always talk about every time he drops down in New York, every time he touched down in New York, the FBI pulled him over? Yeah, the FBI's pulling you over because your own gang talking about killing you, fam. Right. What's it? What day is it? Wednesday. Anything else y'all want to talk about? The fuck is that? Oh, that's why I gotta keep doing that. I was stupid shit. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I don't got any new news on Charleston White. Anything else y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. If we come up with a good topic, we're going to stay on for a minute. Other than that, I might be dipping. I really prefer these. How do you think I got good at so many skills? I've been an inside person a lot. Like, I stay inside a lot. How do you think I got good at so much stuff? Somebody came here early and was trying to say, stay inside. Like, that's a bad thing. Well, one of the reasons why I'm still alive is because of a lot of times I stayed inside. Also, one of the reasons why I know how to do a lot of things within the person that was talking shit is because I spent time learning how to do these things because I was busy staying inside. I just want to throw that out there. I was busy staying inside. I learned how to do some shit. You should have learned how to do some shit too. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe if you learned how to do some shit, you wouldn't be stalking me. Maybe if you had a better, higher self-esteem, maybe you wouldn't feel like you needed to talk shit about other people. Maybe if your dick was bigger, you wouldn't feel like you needed to talk about people. Usually that's why niggas hate other niggas. Just keep it a stack. There's no dude walking around with a nice size Johnson that's hating on another nigga, fam. I promise you. Like, that's rare. Like, we don't have that much money. You understand what I'm saying? There's no nigga walking around that's comfortable with his junk that's hating on another nigga. I promise you. I promise you. That's really why niggas don't like other niggas. That's really why niggas don't like other niggas. Because they got little Johnsons. This is real talk, fam. I'm talking real talk. That's the real reason why niggas don't like other niggas. We're competitive by nature, fam. A nigga's not gonna dislike another nigga because he played better basketball than him. You understand? That's the real niggas. That's the real reason why niggas keep another nigga name on their mouth. They keep another dude name on their mouth because they got little meat. So they want to ruin that other guy's life because they got a little meat. So they feel like God hate them. You know how many people don't believe in God because they got a little meat? A lot of people don't believe in God because they meat small. I'm telling you what it is. Well, I don't know why people don't talk about that more. I promise you, anybody that hate, I can't even do this because that's not what type of time I'm on. But I promise you, if we take our jump outs out and pull out a ruler, fam, all I'm gonna say is if you ain't hitting up to 9, don't come for me. This is real talk. If you're not near 9, don't come for me. That's the real reason why niggas hate other niggas. Y'all women don't get it, but y'all think niggas just be gay. It don't be because sometimes niggas is gay, but it be because niggas be inadequate with themselves. You understand? You go find a dude that ain't trying to impress another dude, and I promise you, he don't got problems with with what he perceives the size of his meat to be. It's them niggas that's running around trying to impress other niggas. It's them. Them is the niggas that they got small meats. They running around trying to impress the next man. When your meat is the good size, you're not even thinking about that. I promise you, you're not thinking about impressing another man. That's not something on your mind, fam. Y'all busy wanting to be in cahoots with people men that hate on other men. I'm busy out here seeing them for who they are. Me and you different. And a nigga like this tall. So you know his shit like this. A nigga this tall and angry, fam. You will never, I promise you, you will never find a short, angry nigga with even a normal size Johnson. I promise you. A short, angry nigga. A nigga 5'9", pardon me, a nigga 4'9", 5'4'9", and he running around angry all day. What do you think he angry about? He can't even never probably have sex with a woman properly. Let's just be honest. You ever touch the cervix? I'm just asking. Dude about 5'4'9". Don't look like he ever serviced a woman properly. I understand why you hate me. I have ex-girlfriends coming up to my channel talking about how great our relationship was when we was together. I understand why you hate me. I got ex-girlfriends that was pulling up to the channel talking about she gonna make me some food, come outside to come pick it up. I understand why you hate me. You 5'4'9", and I don't even think you've ever properly serviced a woman. That's why you mad at me. That's the real reason, right? Well, that's why I think you have sex with children. Because that's one of the descriptors. One of the descriptors of dudes that try to sleep with children is men that cannot satisfy women. Not don't have a woman, but the ones that are incapable of satisfying one. Those are the ones that go after children. He's a whole grown man, like 25, 30 years old. Why does he keep coming into our chat and calling himself a little boy? I'm going to say this again. He a grown man, something like 25, 30 years old. I don't really know how old he is. He's 20-something though. Why does he keep coming into our chat calling himself a little boy? He doesn't have a choice. He has to have sex with children. He can't satisfy a grown woman. He can't. Maybe a grown man. I don't know. I don't know what he's into. He didn't tell me he had a proclivity, but that's neither here nor there. So he's about 5 foot, short. He weigh about 90 pounds, 85, 90 pounds. I'm not exaggerating. You think he ever satisfied a woman? Don't even put it in the chat. You can say it to yourself. Think he ever satisfied a woman? This is one of the most angriest men you will ever see in your life. All he do is every time he talk, he's yelling and cursing somebody out. He's just angry. At all times and at all moments. You think he ever satisfied a woman? I'm telling you he hasn't. If he was able to satisfy a woman, you think he'd be up in here in my chat every day? If he was able to satisfy a woman, you think he'd be up in my chat every day? You think I would be on his mind like this if he was able to satisfy a woman? If he was able to satisfy a woman, you think he'd be following me around outside with all of these dope fiends? You think if he was able to satisfy a woman, he'd be thinking about me as much as he thinks about me? I don't even have a woman, fam. And I'm not thinking about men as much as he thinks about me. Men in general, just so we could be. Like if you put together all of the men that I might think about in a day, like I think about Young Thug, because we're doing a trial. Blueface in him. So you understand what I'm saying. He still thinks about me more than I think about all of the work. So come on, fam. I promise you. I promise you. Now, every single person that knows him that's hearing what I'm talking about, you feel the same way. He knows you feel the same way. And that's why he's angry. Get it? He's mad at me. I'm handsome. He wants to lie to all of the females in the neighborhood so nobody will date me because I'm handsome. And since he can't satisfy a woman, he knows that if I have a woman, I'm going to satisfy her. So he has to try to make sure I don't have a woman. And he knows I'm going to satisfy her because I had a girlfriend come on here talking about how I am able to satisfy women. How that is not a problem. Now that's a flex. For your ex-girlfriend to pull up on your platform and let it be known you have zero issues with satisfying women in the bed. That's a flex. And for anybody that want to see that video, this is the video right here, because they're going to say I'm lying. For anybody that want to see that video, this is the video right here. For anybody that want to see the video, where she's literally just talking about how I'm a great person. I'm upset that every time I open up Instagram, it goes right to that. The fuck? What the fuck? Wait, the situation said he did something to Shine? I gotta hear about what this damn situation guy is talking about. Nah, fam, you didn't do nothing to Shine. Get out of here. The nigga, when Shine came about, Diddy literally went into a whole nother country. Shine was there for specific purposes and rapping. Yeah, I got a whole ex-girlfriend that came online just to talk about how much of a good guy I am, how dope I am. Like literally. She's dope too, by the way. Shout out to Kendra. So I had a whole ex-girlfriend come on just to talk about how dope I am. Talking about the things that set me apart from other men, that make me exemplary, exceptional. Oh, I dated her for about 3 years. Just so we could be clear. So we basically dated for about 3 years and we kind of lived together almost for like 2.5. But we dated for like 3 years. So that's what I have going for me. She's a mother of 2, by the way, 2 girls. Because, you know, one of the narratives that they try to lie about and say that I touch girls. I was dating this woman for 3 years, man. She's a daughter of 2. She has 2 daughters, man. I met her daughters when I think the youngest one was 3. No, the youngest one was 3. I'm not going to say their names, obviously. I'm not going to tell you their names. But yeah, when the youngest one was 3, that's when I met her. They keep trying to tell you these people just lying to y'all, fam. They got y'all treating a good guy fucked up. Like they really do. And there's a lot of people looking at Coney Island right now like y'all niggas is like that. Like y'all niggas is bugged. Like there's a lot of people looking at Coney Island right now through the side of their fucking. I promise you. I've really sincerely been doing some great things out in the world. For real, for real. I promise you. That was a good finish, but that was awesome. All right, what's going on 11 o'clock? I don't know. I don't really have nothing to talk about. Y'all guys don't seem too active in the chat. We really ain't had nothing going on. I don't have no actual topic today. I think I'm just going to let y'all go. Is there something y'all guys want to talk about? I'll stay in here. But put it in the chat. Anything y'all guys want to talk about? If not, I think I'm going to let y'all go. So there's this shorty that I really like. So she hadn't posted to Instagram for a couple of days. So I went up in her DMs and I was like, yo, what the hell is going on over here? I'm going to tell you what I said specifically. I didn't say that though, but I was like, yo, what's going on? You haven't been posted. And then she posted on that day. So I'm happy she posted. I had not been seeing her face. I like seeing your face. You're a cutie. Why you not posting, man? Anyway, so I went into a chat. I'm not going to show you the chat. I said, you haven't been posting lately. I hope everything is okay. So that's what I put. But I wanted to put, what in the hell are you doing over there? I miss seeing your face. That's what I wanted to post. But I didn't. I just posted, you haven't posted lately. I hope everything is okay. And I posted, go live. She did a live the other day, but we was in here. I'm pretty sure I would have just turned on. I would have, damn, she's pretty. I'm trying to turn the volume down and it's switching the pictures. So no, she's pretty. She's pretty. I'm not going to show y'all because I'm trying to scoop her, so I'm not going to show you. I might try to scoop her, so I'm not going to show you, but she's pretty. Oh, I didn't know these exist. I didn't know this exists. Oh, this is when you just put the thing on the page so it stays in the story forever. Oh, okay. Or whatever this shit is. She's pretty. And she looks good with orange hair. She's pretty. And she looks good with orange hair. So that's a win. That's a win-win. A win-win-win. All right, I'm going to let y'all go. I think everybody had a good day. I'm going to let y'all go. It's cold outside. I got to wait to the other store. I don't got to go to the supermarket. I got to go to the other store. What up, Brandon? Hey, Brandon, you want to talk about? No, I mean, you're good. If you got a topic, I'll discuss a topic for a couple of minutes. I was just leaving because this is like, we already an hour and a half into the show. This is the part of the show where people talk and nobody's talking today. So I was about to get up out of here. No, I'm assuming everybody got a busy morning. I'm assuming everybody got a busy morning. I was going to let y'all go. I want to go, I want to holler at Shorty. I don't go outside enough. Yeah. I'm gonna let y'all go. I need to go outside more. I need to go bump into her. I'm a little concerned though, because if she's I don't like, she's pretty and she got a nice heart, and I know that because a thing happened. And I think that's the reason why I'm interested in her. A thing happened, so I know she got a nice heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's tons of pretty women out there. Lots of women are pretty. Let's just say what it is. Like, I think the big misconception is women tend to think that a man will stay with you because of how pretty you are or anything like that. Now, a man is going to stay where the piece is. You know what I'm saying? The more aligned you are with a man, the more the man is going to most likely stay there. A lot of times women be like, I didn't do nothing. Why did he cheat? Well, you denied him sex. You didn't want to cook. You did this. You did that. While he's out there busting his ass, making sure, trying his hardest to give you an easy life. I don't know if he's able to do that or not. He's trying his hardest. And I'm only talking about the people that's trying their hardest. So he's trying his hardest to give you an easy life and to bring the things that you need in order for you to be able to make a home for us. And so what are you doing? He come home after a hard day's work. He still got to help you clean because, you're not his maid. He was just out there for the last 8 hours working hard. You was waiting for him to get home to help you clean up. I need for you to explain how that makes sense. So 5 days out of the week, he goes and works these hard labor jobs. Then 1 day out of the week, he come home and he got to clean out the outside of the home. Because remember, he still got to maintenance the outside of the house if you live in a private house. So 5 days out of the week, he goes to work to make the money to feed and put on the table. Then 1 day out of the week, he has to make sure that he keeps the grounds up. So he has to go outside, do all the mowing, whatever needs to be done. If something needs to be painted, he got to paint. If something needs to be fixed around the house, he got to fix it. So he has 1 day to himself. And on that 1 day is the day that you want him to help you do the things that you should have been getting done while he was at work. I need somebody to explain to me how this shit makes sense. That's all. And you're going to say, but I don't get a break. You do get a break. You 100% get a break. You work from home. You could take any 2 or 3 hours or even 4 hours out of the middle of the day to take a break. You work at home. Hell, you can work 3 hours Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then just put in a whole bunch of heavy work to keep the house working everything up on Thursday and Friday. You could legitimately work just 9 hours or even 6 hours or even 1 hour a day, keeping the maintenance of the house up. Because as long as you've been doing it every single day, everything's going to be quick, right? So while you're waiting home for your husband to get home, why? So y'all could go do work together? This nigga's working hard. Anyway, in any regard, this has been a men need to be appreciated more video for the most part. But I do want to add this before I go. We have to try harder for these single mothers to not be single mothers, right? So there's a lot of shit that we talk about on the female side that they could do, but there's things that we could talk about over here too. Us as men, I think we need to even be more transparent when we're trying to explain why we want a woman to do something or not do a thing. I think we need to have longer conversations maybe. And the patience needs to increase. I think our patience with our partner needs to increase. I think because men and women just generally think different. You know, we have different jobs, whether people want to admit it or not. Men and women think different. Women think survival. You understand? Women think like that. They're from a position of exposure. They're exposed to the elements more than a man is. So a man thinks about thriving. Women think about surviving. Our mindsets are just different. You understand? A man is thinking about striving. He's searching out his purpose, or he should be. A woman is thinking about surviving because she needs to take care of them kids. I mean, we even see it in the animal kingdom. You understand what I'm saying? This is just a maternal effect. This is just a maternal thing. So I think us as men, yeah, we need to be better leaders. But how can a man be a better leader if he was learned how to lead from a woman? So that's the real reason why we need to have more fathers around young boys and why we need more mothers around young girls. Just like a young man has to be taught how to lead, a young woman has to be taught how to be led. I think this is just a failure of our society more than it is a failure of men or a failure of women. I think it's a failure of our society just in general. I think just the way that everything works, bad behavior is condoned. Bad behavior is celebrated. And I think that that's what the issue is. We're celebrating bad behavior too often. I think that's just an issue. That's just my opinion. In any regard, I'm going to let y'all go. Everybody have a blessed day. Literally the only reason why I'm getting off because I don't got no topic to talk about. So I'm going to get off. We're going to chill out. I do not know if we're going to have another live. I'm hoping we're going to have another live today. I'm thinking that we are. I need to make a couple of regular videos, so I need to go find something to talk about and then make some videos, and we'll see what happens. I need to run out to the store for a minute, and then I guess we'll get to some stuff. With that being said, I love y'all. Please go out there and do something positive. Men, Please be treat kid gloves with our women. We have to be a little bit more compassionate with our women, a little bit more understanding. We're going through a time in society right now where our women aren't actually the problem. The problem is society and the norms that women are forced to have to try to conform to. That's actually what the issue is. Women are kind of forced nowadays to conform to things that prohibit them from being able to be what I would call them their best selves. I think that a woman is her most magnanimous self when she's in control of, certain types of affairs. Like uh, if we're gonna have any kind of celebration, I think that it's just I think women just should be the forefront, should be pioneering those things. I think that whenever we're doing certain things that have to deal with community bonding, I think that women should be at the forefront of these things. I think that this, whenever anything has to deal with nurturing, basically, you know like, this is important. We need women around when nurturing needs to be done. You understand what I'm saying? uh, a lot of children that grow up in parents in households that don't have a mother, only have a father, what you'll see often is children that didn't have any nurturing. So they might be extremely result based. You understand? They'll be result based. There was no nurturing. You understand what I'm saying? So let's be a little bit more fair to our, and you can take whatever the conversation we was having in today, whatever. But us as men, let's be a little bit more fair to our women and try a little bit harder to understand the position that they're in. Basically, women are being told that they can't be mothers. And literally, I don't care what any woman say, in the heart of a woman, they want to be a mother. And women are being told that they can't be mothers. Women are being told that if they want to be mothers, then that means that they're giving into the patriarchy. Women are being told that there's something wrong with them if they want to be mothers. That's insane. They're not saying that to all women, but I don't want to make this a black and white thing. But women are being told that if they want to have a family, and if they want to have kids, and if they want to have a mother, have a husband, that there's something wrong with them, and that they're a traitor to all other women. That got to be tough to live with. Like, that has to be so hard to live with. I couldn't imagine me just wanting to be a man, that all other men would come to me and try to, speak down on me because I want to be a man. I couldn't imagine that. You understand what I'm saying? So women have it particularly hard, but the problem isn't women. The problem is society. Society isn't allowing for women to be women. Society is convincing women that they want to be something else. So women, be more careful when you're choosing your husbands. Choose somebody who's going to be patient with you. Choose somebody who is going to choose nurturing over discipline. Choose somebody, because if he's choosing nurturing over discipline, he's going to be more susceptible to take your input. So, in men, choose women that you have respect for, period. Because there's going to come a point where she's going to be telling you something that you need to listen to. And she's going to be right. So men, date women that you could respect, that you could have respect for. That's the OnlyFans problem, by the way. Is anybody else thinking about this? In about 10 years, you're going to have a generation of kids, that we're going to have seen, a majority of them, we're going to have seen their mothers naked somewhere online. We're going to have a generation of kids that were raised by women that do sex work. I need y'all to think about that for a minute. Or raised by a woman that did sex work at some point. Because you know how many of them OnlyFans pages are failing? You know how many of them women that's getting on them OnlyFans pages doing all of that stuff and it's failing? Imagine getting up there doing that OnlyFans stuff, all of the whatever you're doing for X amount of months, and then all of a sudden now it's not worth it because you're not making the right amount of money, but everybody's done seen you naked and it's been uploaded 1 million times and your kid will see it. When all of this woke shit goes away, those women, and I hope that this don't happen, but there's going to be a lot of women that's not going to want to live no more. When this woke shit goes away, there's going to be a lot of women that's going to feel real bad about some of the decisions that they made. And they're not going to be able to blame men like usual. They might try. They're like, well, the men shouldn't have been paying to see me naked. First of all, not only men were probably paying. That's just so we can be clear. Second of all, if you didn't make the option, they wouldn't be able to do it. So maybe don't make the option. With that being said, everybody have a beautiful day. Men, we got to do better. We have to help our women be in a position so they can save themselves. So then we can then invite them to be a part of our lives. And obviously, it's not all women. And I guess maybe later we'll talk about how men are fuck ups, because men are kind of screw ups too. Us as men, we make a lot of mistakes. And that's kind of what this whole conversation started off as, because the G League dude helped the girl unalive some chick, and basically he was a whole simp. And the reason why he was a simp, because he was raised by single moms, and she taught him to choose women over his own self. That's bananas. If you got anybody, go out there today and do something worth doing and stamp God's name on it. Like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I get on this one. Oh, man.